Today, we are going to be automating our job search. Yes, you want to search for jobs, you can create a workflow that will run every day, help you scrape job from LinkedIn, from Upwork, from Indeed, and then help you score your resume versus the job description. It will also help you write the cover letter and store it in your Google Sheet. You can even take it a step further and tell it, you know what, send your application via mail or take any other further action. That is what we are going to be building today. And this is the entire workflow we are going to be building. And we are going to be using a scraper called Apify. So this is what we are doing today. Stay put. At the end of today's class, you will have a working workflow that will work for you, help you search for that job, help you assess your resume, and write the cover letter. So we want to start with a trigger. The trigger we want in this case is on schedule. Maybe you want to say every day by 7 a.m. or by 10 a.m., please run your workflow and help me get top 10 jobs or 20 jobs or 100 jobs, whatever you want. So I'll leave it at days, 1 day interval. I want it every 10 a.m. Every 10 a.m. this workflow should run. So let's close that. That's the first node we are using. The main node for today, it is Apify. So you can go to apify.com and sign up. Apify. So this is it, apify.com. You sign up on apify.com. You can still use the free service for now. The free service will give you 1,000, will help you do up to 1,000 search per month. And you can even, you know what, get it every month. So if you are not doing a lot of work, you can still use that free tier to do what we are going to be doing today. So sign up on Apify, create an account, log in, and you will have your dashboard here. So if you come back here, you'll see that I have $0 or $5. So you will get $5, and that $5 should get you about 1,000 search, in a month. So if you're not doing so much, you can still work with that. And if you want to upgrade, you can always upgrade. So what is this Apify? Let me go to the Apify store here. Look at the Apify store here. On Apify, you have different what we call actors, and these are scrapers. See, Google Map scrapers. You want to scrape data from Google Map, from TikTok, from Instagram, from Facebook, from YouTube. So if I view all, you will see that you've got 13,957 actors here. You have from LinkedIn, from YouTube, from Upwork, from Instagram, meaning you can scrape data from Amazon using this platform. So what that is what we are going to be using. So let me come here and search for Indeed. Maybe you want to use Indeed, you can come up here and search for what you want. If you want LinkedIn, you can search for LinkedIn too. So I've searched for Indeed. These are different Indeed actors. So you can use anyone here. You can check out the number of people that have used them, check out the rating, just to give you an insight into how effective that particular actor is. So I will go with this one. I'll choose this Indeed job scraper. All right. So what you want to do here is you want to scroll all the way down. We will be saving this particular actor so that when we get to n8n, we will be able to load it from n8n and say, this is the actor I want to use. So let me run you through the actor here. Here you've got the Indeed actor, you have the country. So let's say you are looking for job in United States. If you're looking for job in Nigeria or anywhere, you can choose the country. So I'm assuming I'm looking for a remote job in the United States on what job? My query is AI automation. So I'm looking for job, anything that has to do with AI automation. I will not complete everything here, because what's the essence of completing everything here if it's not going to be dynamic? So I will only choose the country and then what I'm looking for, AI automation. You can decide this one too, maximum rows listing. You mean how many jobs do you want it to list for you at once? So if you choose 100 now, that means you are using 100 out of your 1000 already. So every day, let's say you just want 10, you want 10 job listing every day. So let me just put maybe 5 here. I just want to maximize it. I want 5 job listing. I put 5 and that's all. I'm not going to choose radius or remote or level or any other thing here. I want it to, return it, and then I can take it to the next level in anything. So right now I've filled what I need to fill. Then I do what? You save. So make sure you save your actor. So we are done here for now. We'll come back to n8n, and then we'll add the second node, which is Apify. So you look for Apify here, select Apify. In my own case, because I have installed Apify, this is new. We've not been installing nodes before, but there are third-party nodes that have been created by third-party companies, and for you to use them on n8n, you will install. So in your own case, you'll see a button here that will tell you to install it. So you click on that and wait for it to install and tell you installed. Once you have it installed, the first thing you want to get here is run an actor. Don't forget, we have saved an actor in Apify. So here we want to now connect to Apify. I've created my account before, but let me show you how to do that. It's simple here. You just create a new credential and connect my account. That's all. You're not copying API key. Connect my account. It will just open up a window and then ask you to do what? To log in to your Apify account. As simple as that. You choose your Apify account and then you give it access. So that's how to connect your account here. It's easy. You're not copying any API. Connect, sign in. Once you sign in here, you want to just come down here to Actor. Don't forget, we have connected to Apify and we have one actor saved in Apify. So you come and choose that actor here from a list. So he's saying, I need to log in. Maybe I should just um, create. Okay, this is the account I created before. So it should search and show me that indeed job scraper we just saved. Then you choose that. In case you have many actors saved, you will see many actors there and you just choose the one that you want. So I'll choose the Indeed. I've selected that here. Then you scroll down. We have one more thing to do here, and that is what? Input JSON, meaning what do you want this job scraper to use for searching. So I'll come back to Apify here, right? You come back here and scroll up. Above here, you have form and JSON. So this is the form that we selected earlier on, but you switch to JSON here. You switch to JSON and you just copy what you have here. So everything we filled in the form is the same thing we have in JSON format here. See the country, US, query, AI, automation. So this is it. Just copy this and then you come back to n8n and paste that thing here. Make sure you paste it here inside the curly brackets. Okay, I deleted what was there and then paste. I pasted what I copied. That's all. So make sure you have that done and make sure you have wait for finish here, meaning you want it to complete the entire search before you move on. So you want it to wait for finish. So far, let's test what we've done. On trigger, right? Let me execute the workflow. So this, I want it to start and it is already running my actor. So let me open it up for us to see the output here. See, on schedule today, today's date, and then is running this. I should get an output here. The output should be what? It will show me some long things that I don't even understand. But right now we have an output. So don't worry about everything you see here. The only thing that matters to me is succeed, meaning that my actor actually ran. If you have something else here, then maybe something is wrong with your actor, but I've got succeed here, so I'm okay. You don't need to understand what is here, just leave all these things there and close. Now we want to get all the results from our actor. Let me go back to Epify here and show you something. I've done that here, right? So let's check out runs. If you check out the runs here, you will see everything that you've done. Look at the actor that I just ran here. Actor succeeded with 5 results. Remember, I chose 5 and the date, 21st of January. That's today. And then I've used 0.025 for 5 results. So if I open that, it will show me the results. It will show me, look at the results, the 5 companies, the 5 jobs rather, and everything. The names of the company, the location, when it was posted, the salary, and every other thing that I have here. It has fetched it for me. But I need all those things in anything. So I will add another node, still from Apify, but this time around, it's going to be to get the dataset items. So you are getting the dataset items here, meaning go and fetch me the real data, those things that we have here. I want you to translate it to something that I can understand. Again, your Epify account, you need to set it up here. The only thing you are using here is the dataset ID. And please take notes, there is an ID here. That is not what you are dragging here. You scroll down to default um, dataset ID. Look at it here. Default dataset ID. You drag that inside the dataset ID here, and then you're fine. That's all we are doing here. But let's test it too. Let's execute it and bring up those 5 jobs. Let's have them here. I click on execute step. It should bring the 5 items. Look at it, 5 items. Let's see them in form of tables. So you got the 5 items here. See the company name. This is the first one. You see the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. So we're good. It has helped us to fetch the jobs. So we have the jobs here already. What do we now want to do with the jobs? I will add something here, just to explain. It's optional, and that's what I call limits. Okay, limit, you can use it in different workflows. You want to restrict the flow of the data. Don't forget, we got 5 results, but maybe for now I just want to treat one result. I will limit it to one. Or I want you to undo 2 results. You can do that. So for this demonstration, I don't want it to process the 5 at a time, because I don't just want to, use up my OpenAI keys and every other thing, because my OpenAI will help me assess the CV, my CV versus those jobs, and then all other things. So I want to restrict to one. But by the time I'm setting this up for real use case, I will leave the number of items that is coming up. So I want it to assess the 5 jobs or the 10 jobs. But for this demonstration, I want to limit to one, so that it's just going to be one data that will be processed. It's not going to work with the 5 at a time. See, 5 items is in here, but I just need you to process one, the first one. But again, if you don't put this, it's going to work, but it's going to process the entire 5 jobs at a time. But I just want to, keep my OpenAI keys. So the next thing now is, let us bring up our OpenAI to help us first assess the job versus our resume. So I want to message a model. You can also use an AI agent in this case too. You can use an AI agent. So I want to message a model, but let me come back here and run the limit too, so that it can give me an output I can model with. We have an output here. Good. So let's come back to message model. So inside of message model, you know that you need to connect your OpenAI credentials. So create a credential here. If you've not done that, you need to get your credentials from OpenAI, or if you're using Gemini, you're using Cloud, you're using any of the LLMs, you connect your credentials, right? But I'm using OpenAI here. So from the list, you can choose your preferred model. I can use, maybe I want to use the 5.1, or I just want to go with any other model. Yeah, okay. So we will be adding two different things here. We want the user prompt, and we will also add the system prompt. Let me start with that of the user or system prompt. Let's start with the system prompt. System prompt, we've been doing this, right? This is where you tell your agent, your AI, the role you want it to play, what you want it to do. So the first thing we want is we want the AI to act as an assessor that want to assess my CV, my resume versus the job. Okay, so I have different prompts here that I will put in the newsletter for you. I'll also put it in the comments here on Facebook. So I want the first prompt here, I have everything written here. Okay, so the system prompt I'll be using is you are going to be assessing my CV versus what is there. So I will read part of what I have here so that you have an idea of what I wrote here, and I will also share it, like I said. So this is the system prompt. So this, you are an intelligent evaluation agent. Your task is to assess how closely a job listing matches a candidate's skill set and record a score out of 10. And this is the scoring rule. Resume fit 4 points if candidate is an excellent or near perfect fit. 2 points if the candidate mostly matches the role. 0 points if it fits, if the fit is weak or unclear. I don't just want to be applying to any jobs. I want my agent to first of all, evaluate my resume versus the job roles and all that. Compensation too. I want good money. Award 3 points if the role pays at least $25 an hour, or 4,000 a month, or 50,000 a year. Award 0 points if compensation is below. I want remote job, right? So award 1 point if the role is remote, and 0 point if otherwise. 1 point if the company offer benefits, 0 point if no benefit. This can change depending on you, right? So I just wanted to know the kind of things that is in that I put here as the system prompt. Then scoring logic. Add all awarded points to produce a final score between 0 and 10. So my scoring, the highest mark there will add up to 10. Then I give it an example. Okay, then the output format, just tell me score and then your reasoning, why you gave it that total score. And that's all. I will share this with you. So this is my system prompt, right? So I have a system prompt. The next one will be my user prompt. So what I want the agent to work with. So it's not just going to do the job all by itself. What is it scoring? Where is my resume and all other things? So the user prompt also, I will share my sample with you. So this is what I have as the user prompt. Prompting is everything, prompting is everything. If your prompt is not good enough, you're not going to get a very good result. So, and I've shared with you that n8n, it can help you with your prompt. That's GPT I created. And I also made a video on creating a prompt master that can also help you. So this is what I have here in my user prompt. Here is the job listing details. Title. For the job title, what you will do in your case is just delete what I put here and then come inside the output you have here and look for the job title. See the job title here. So just drag it here. so that it's going to be dynamic. I dragged it here and look at it in my output. Title is AI product specialist is the job it fetched for me. Then the description too, you drag the description here and it's also helping me with the description. For company name, you get a company name also from here. So drag the company name in front of company name here and it will fetch the company name. We need that when we are writing our cover letter. We don't just want to write to whom cover letter. So put that there. Location also. So you delete whatever I must have put there while sharing and then drag the location. So say this location is even remote here. Cool. So it will write it there for me. So I specifically mentioned the title, the description, the company name, the location. So I'm saying use this to help me assess my CV. One thing is missing here, the salary, right? So we need the salary. I think I already have the salary range here, or it's not there. So I will put the salary because those are the things that I want to use. So salary, I'll scroll down to where we have salary, and this is the salary text. I'll put that here for it to grab the salary for me, and it has grabbed the salary here. See, location, remote, salary. What else do I want to use to assess? What are those things that I put there? Hope you remember I said benefit, remote, salary, what else? Full time. Okay, so I will also put is there, what's the role? Is the role full time or remote? So I'll scroll down, you will see remote, job type, then I'll put is remote. Where is remote? I saw it now. Okay, here, a drag is remote. I am feeding it the specific info that I want it to work with. Okay, I'll just put remote. Yes, remote as the name here. So my remote is true here. And then I put here is my sample resume. So you can put your resume here, your name and every other thing. I redacted all this. Put your LinkedIn, put your portfolio, put your GitHub if it's relevant, your email, your phone number. I put that as my resume. Then my education, your highest education, every other thing you want to put there. Your company profile, I write as a Microsoft MVP, data analyst, AI educator, AI automation specialist, relevant expertise and area of focus. So you write your own info here, right? Write your everything around you, write it here, your resume. That's what I put inside the user prompt. So the user prompt will be used by the agent who we've said is an intelligent evaluator, and then it will assess it on a scale of 1 to 10. Make sure you have simplify output turned on. Okay, make sure you have simplify output turned on, and then scroll down again to options here. Why do we want options? If we don't do this, it will just output the result in one block, just one block. Maybe I should show you. Let me execute this now and let's see if it's even going to assess my resume versus the job. So it has done that. And look at the output here. He said, look at it. The whole thing is just here. The marks, compensation, 3, resume fit, gave it the mark, and everything is just in here. Total 8. Okay. So everything is here, and this is not how I want the result. I want the result as score and then reasoning a particular mark. So I'll come down to options and then choose output format. So choose output format and you come down to type and you choose JSON object and medium. So this is just what I want here. So let's run this again. Let's execute it. It should now break it for us and look at it now. Score and reasoning. So he put the score there and he put the reasoning here. All right. And he said the score is 6 and then the reasoning. So we have the score here. Now that we have the score, we now need another agent to now draft the cover letter. So we had Open AI, that's what I'm using. Again, you can use any other model, and then message a model. Don't forget, you can always rename all these nodes. So maybe I want to put the cover letter writer here. Okay. The other one is the assessor, right? Okay. Then put your credentials, and we are going to do the same thing here. Choose your model, choose your model to write. Okay. Choose your model to write. Maybe I'm using GPT-5 here. And then we are adding system and user too. You can do it in any order. Okay. So my system prompt, what's going to be the system prompt? I want you to guess. You want to say you are a solid writer. Your job is to write my cover letter for me, right? That is the system prompt. So I'll share the system prompt I used also with you. This is my system prompt for this. You are a senior, look at the angle that I took. You are a senior HR manager with experience in, let me bring it here and read it here. You are a senior HR manager with extensive experience recruiting across multiple industries. You have deep knowledge of ATS systems, hiring workflow, and recruiter screening behavior. You can quickly detect generic or AI written cover letters and avoid them entirely. Your written sounds human, specific, and credible. Your task is to generate a highly compelling role-specific cover letter using the candidate's resume and the job description provided. Guideline, I gave you the guideline, and then that's the role it's going to take. So we are adding the user. So we need to put the candidate details here too, so that it will know what it's going to use to write the candidate's details and information about the job I'm applying for. So I'm going to be using the same thing I used earlier as my user uh, prompt, the same user prompt from the last one. So where I put my CV and then information about the job. So maybe I should just come here and copy what I have in here. By the way, you can duplicate this. You can duplicate it since we are just kind of using the same thing. So let me change the name here to resume assessor. All right. So I want to copy the user prompt here, the user prompt here, and reuse it here. It's basically giving it the same info again and say this is what you are writing on. So you are writing on this. So the job title, don't forget, you come and pick that from the get data item or the limits. Yes, because we use limits. The job title is AI specialist. The location, I'm not sure I need that in my cover letter, but I can put it there. The location is remote. If the location is another place, maybe that will help with your cover letter. So I don't think I want to mention salary in my cover letter. So but I just need more information about myself, and I put all those things there so that it can help me write it and use it very well in the cover letter. So I've done that here and we're fine. All right, cool. We're almost done. The last thing is, let me even run this now. Let me run this and let's see whether it's going to write a good cover letter for us. So it's thinking it will write the cover letter here for me. So we will add another node, which is our Google Sheets. We want it to store all the jobs and the scoring and the cover letters there. So every morning I want to have 5 or 10 different jobs. Then I look at it, I look at the rating, then I decide on the one to pursue. Okay, you decide on the one to pursue, and you can also say, oh, you want it to help you to push it forward or do something. See, dear hiring manager, I'm interested in the AI product specialist role at your company, Elite Insurance. My background sits squarely, LLM and so on and so forth. So it wrote all those things. I know how to use VAPI, and it wrote all these things for us there. So we have our cover letter. So the last node here is the Google Sheet. We are adding the Google Sheet, and we are appending or updating row in Sheet. I will create a Google Sheets. I've created one, so you can just copy the headers here. And what do I have? I want to store the title, the job description, the platform where the search is coming in from. Don't forget, we are only using Indeed. You can use LinkedIn, you can use Zip Recruiter or different platforms, Upwork. So maybe you want to specify the platform. That's why I added platform. The job link itself, maybe you want to check out the link if it's even real. You can do that. The date it was posted, the rating my agent gave, the company name, the cover letter written, the salary, the city, whether the role has expired or not, whether the role is remote, and then status, which is for me to say I want to reject it or I want to accept it. That's for me. So you can leave that out. So I created this blank Google Sheet to record whatever it's coming in from my agent. So let's come back to the agent here. You sign into your Google Sheets, you create your credentials, log in, and append or update, because some of these roles, it's possible that by tomorrow it will still return the same role. Maybe they've changed something there, and that role is already in my Google Sheet. So I just wanted to update it. So from the list, you select your Google Sheet, job search, and you select the sheet. I only have one sheet there. So you've got to map your data here. So what's the column to match on? Link will probably be the unique identifier here. Different jobs will have different job links. Okay, and that's what I wanted to use to map. So if a job link is there already, but they've changed something, I wanted to look for the link. So we're using link here. Then you need to fill up all this. So where is the job link? You can scroll down to the get data, or the limit here, so that it will show us that particular job, because we use limit. Whereas the job URL will be somewhere down here, and you can find and you can search and find. So this is job URL as the link. The job title, you can come up here and drag the job title. This is it. The description, see the description here, and I want the description text. For the description text, platform, because we use just one platform, so I'm going to just add code that here and put Indeed here. The date it was posted, let's look for the date and drag the date there. So this is to help me date published, uh, date. The rating is going to be from our assessor, right? From our assessor AI. Where is that? The assessor, not from the link. We used resume assessor. So I'll drag the rating, the score here. I put it here. Okay, so let's go back to the company name is from the limit. The company name is from the limit. So I'll look for the company name. This is it. I'll put the company name here. And my cover letter is from the cover letter specialist here. And I'll put the text as my cover letter. All these are what we want in our Google Sheet. The salary, from limits, I'll pick my salary here. The salary range should be somewhere here, so that I can make my decision if I want to follow through with this job or not. City is remote, so it's here. City. All right. So whether the job has expired, you will see is there is has it expired or something here. You will see it here. Let me show you. Expired, false. So whether that job has expired, I drag that. And of course, remote too is remote. You drag it here, and that's all. So you have the status, like I said, I will work on it to do. That's all. So right now, if we execute this, it should populate that Google Sheet. So I'm running it now. It's done successfully. So let's check out our Google Sheet, whether the job will be there. Look at it now. So I have product specialist, I've got all this from Indeed, the job URL here. See the job URL, the date it was published, my rating, the company name, the cover letter that he wrote for me. There, I mean, and so on and so forth. The job, the salary, if it is remote. This is how it will be populating your sheets every time. So if you want to run it, if I want to run this again, and maybe I want to remove the limits, you can remove the limits, or but let's just leave that there. Let me change it to job search. So this is what you can create to help you scrape the web for your job. Like I said, you can continue your workflow and say, okay, put human in the loop there. Show me that job via maybe by Telegram or my mail. If I now approve, then it should go ahead and kind of send mail to the recruiter or something. You can take it to the next level. So let's try this out as our task for today. I need your comment on this. If you find this very, very useful, which I believe it is, let's keep learning. This is day 20. So we are almost done. This is to third, right? Yes, this is to third. So we're almost done. Let's keep pushing. See you again tomorrow.